When you picture a Viking, what comes to mind? A fierce, untamed warrior with a wild beard flowing in the wind and a mighty axe gripped tightly in hand, ready for battle. And of course, a helmet adorned with impressive horns, right? It's the quintessential Viking image. That image, that very specific depiction, is absolutely everywhere in our modern culture. We see it in the movies, in countless books, emblazoned on logos, and even recreated in Halloween costumes. Vikings are almost always shown as shouting, fearsome raiders, pillaging and plundering. And without fail, they are always depicted wearing those iconic horned helmets. But here's the twist. The surprising truth that might just shatter your preconceived notions. That iconic horned helmet? It's largely a myth. A creation of popular culture, not historical fact. The real Vikings were so much more than just raiders. They were skilled sailors, navigating vast oceans. They were also shrewd traders, establishing trade routes across continents, and intrepid explorers, venturing into the unknown. These Norsemen hailed from Scandinavia, from what is now modern Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. They traveled far and wide, leaving their mark on the world, impacting history in ways far beyond just raiding, shaping cultures, and establishing trade networks that spanned continents. So, if the horned helmet is a myth, what did real Viking helmets actually look like? Let's delve into the archaeological record and find out what the real Vikings wore into battle. To discover the truth, we turn to archaeologists, not cartoons. Only a handful of Viking helmets have survived, like the famous Germanbu helmet from Norway. These helmets were made of iron, built for protection, not show. The design was practical iron framework, spectacle-like eye guards, and a nose guard. What's missing? Horns. There's zero evidence Vikings wore them in battle. Horns would be a liability, not an advantage in a fight. Real Viking warriors valued survival, not spectacle. Real Viking helmets were all about function. Iron segments, nose guards, sometimes cheek pieces, and padded linings. The smooth, rounded design deflected blows and kept warriors safe. Horns would have made them vulnerable, not fierce. So where did the horned helmet myth come from? It's not from ancient sagas or Viking graves, but from 19th century imagination. The myth was born in a world of art, opera, and romantic fantasy. Let's see how it happened. The horned helmet myth took off in the 1870s, a period where dramatic flair trumped historical accuracy. It gained traction with Richard Wagner's opera cycle, The Ring of the Nibelung, a complete sensory experience. Costume designer Carl Emil Doppler shaped the visual identity of Wagner's characters. Doppler created dramatic horned helmets, deviating from history but capturing the audience's imagination. Theatrical spectacle mattered more than strict historical accuracy. These costumes, especially the horned helmets, inspired artists across Europe. These artists spread the image through their paintings and illustrations. Soon, the horned helmets became a visual shorthand for Vikings. The image permeated art and popular culture. The myth grew, fueled by romantic nationalism and a love for dramatic visuals. The horned helmet became a symbol representing the Viking age. The horned helmet, popularized by Wagnerian operas, spread rapidly into popular culture. From comics to cartoons and movies, it shaped our visual understanding of Vikings. It even made its way into sports, adorning team logos and mascots like the Minnesota Vikings. Every Halloween, the myth is resurrected through costumes. But real Viking helmets were about survival, not spectacle. This myth reminds us how easily fiction can be mistaken for fact. History is more complex than the legends we create. Keep questioning narratives because the pursuit of truth is an adventure.